Myself, Mrs. Adav UK, Associate Professor from Rao Bahadur Narayan Rao Borawke College, Department of Zoology. Today we will see the TYBSc Zoology paper first, that is Animal Systematic and Diversity 5th. In previous lecture we have seen classification of Phyla globosa, external characters and shell structure of Phyla. In this lecture we will see the body of Phyla after removal of shell. This is the shell. After removal of shell, soft body, this is the soft body of animal can be exposed, and it shows main 4 body parts. These 4 body parts are head, foot, visceral mass and mantle. Head is situated anteriorly, foot is situated ventrally, visceral mass to its dorsal surface, and the mantle which covers the soft body parts, it is called as the mantle. We will see all these parts in detail. This head which is situated anteriorly, this much part is called as the head, this much part, or you can see here in this diagram, this is the head. Head shows a small aperture which is called as the mouth. Mouth is vertical slit like aperture guarded by pair of labial palps. These are the labial palps. Here there is the mouth, vertical slit like aperture is called as the mouth, which is guarded by pair of labial palps or surrounds the labial palps. Behind this frontally directed labial palps, second pair of tentacles are present. This second pair of tentacles are larger, contractile, and these are the true tentacles of the animal. Behind this second pair of tentacles there is cylindrical stalk-like omatophores on either side of the head. At the base of each omatophore, eyes are present, and behind these eyes there is a skin fold which gives siphons or nuchal lobes. This skin fold is nothing but the modification of mantle which on either side of the head gives a rolled part or rolled siphon like part called as nuchal lobes or siphons, or they are also called as pseudopipodium. It is the modification of mantle itself. On right side, small lobe called as right siphon or right nuchal lobe or right pseudopipodium, which is small, present on the right side. On the left side, this siphon is somewhat longer or larger. It is called as left siphon or left nuchal lobe or left pseudopipodium, through which respiratory water current enters and goes out through this right siphon. This is the head part which shows mouth, small pair tentacles, labial palps. Large pair tentacles are called as the true tentacles, that is the second pair of tentacles, and on either side of the second pair of tentacles, head or protruded part which is called as snout gives stalked cylindrical eyes or omatophores, and on either side it gives paired siphon, which is the modification part of the mantle itself. This is the head. Then second, ventrally, Behind this head, ventrally there is leaf-like structure, muscular leaf-like structure. This is the front view of animal after removal of shell. This is the ventral view of animal, after removal of the shell. You can see here the foot is triangular part. It is a triangular part. This triangular part is broad anteriorly and narrow or apex directed posteriorly. The flat broad part is smooth. Flat broad part of the foot, which is highly contractile and muscular, it is called as sole of foot. This sole of foot is helpful for creeping, or it is applied to the substratum during the locomotion, during the gliding, or when animal wants to walk on the substratum. This sole or foot bears pedal gland. It bears pedal gland. This pedal gland secretes slimy mucus. When this slimy mucus secreted on the hard and dry surface, at that time the animal easily creeps or glide on that part, on that substratum, and after it move towards anterior side, it will dry and looks like a silvery trial mark behind. This is the pedal gland or the mucus gland, which helps to secrete slimy secretion. This triangular foot again divided into two parts. This broad anterior part is called as propodium. It is called as propodium. While posterior part, narrow part, is called as metapodium. It is called as metapodium. This propodium shows number of muscular attachment. They are called as the collimalar muscles. These collimalar muscles attach to the ventral part of foot and they innervate into the collimella. They innervate into the collimella of the shell. These collimalar muscles, also called as head-foot complex, these muscles can contract and relax, or they can contract and relax. At that time the animal can protrude from the shell aperture. Animal can protrude from the shell aperture only. Head and this foot part comes out within a certain limit for feeding or locomotion purpose, and when animal disturbed, at that time the collimalar muscles withdraw this part, muscular part of head and foot inside the shell and closes this aperture of the shell with the help of this flat oblong plate called as the operculum or lid of the shell. This ventral part, that is the metapodium, on its dorsal surface, this is the ventral view, on its dorsal surface this metapodium attached with this operculum, and when animal withdraw its head and foot inside the shell, at that time this metapodium covers this operculum on this aperture or mouth of the shell and closes that lid. Means metapodium on its dorsal surface carries the operculum, and anterior this propodium, anterior broad part which is called as propodium, shows the collimalar muscles which attach to the collimella of the shell and this propodium shows attachment of muscles crosswise and lengthwise which can contract relax with the help of which foot and head can protrude out from the shell for the purpose of feeding and locomotion. Otherwise, when they disturb, the animal retract inside this head and foot and closes this aperture of the shell with the help of this operculum. This is the foot. Then we will see visceral mass. All the body organs which are soft, muscular, grey color, delicate in nature, they enclose within the shell, and shape of this visceral mass looks like the shell to fit in it. Means these soft body parts also having shape like that of the shell to fit in it. All the body organs which are soft and delicate enclosed within this shell, that is inside this body whorl and other penultimate whorls, apex, all these means the body whorl, penultimate whorl, apex, all they enclose this soft body part or delicate part of the body is called as visceral mass. It is called as visceral mass. And this visceral mass shows all body organs, that is, it may contain digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, reproductive system, nervous system, all these systems enclosed within this visceral mass except head and foot. Without head and foot, all the body organs enclosed within this shell, they are called as the visceral mass. Then this visceral mass covered with a delicate membrane, muscular membrane, which is highly pigmented and vascular. It is called as mantle. This part is called as mantle. Mantle means the soft body part which gives covering to all the visceral organs. This is the head, foot, visceral mass and mantle. These are the main body parts which you can see here from the removal of the shell. This is the front view and this is the ventral view, which shows the triangular foot and head, and with siphons. Siphons are nothing but the modification of a mantle wall itself. Coming to the next point, that is pallial complex. What is pallial complex? All the body organs within the visceral mass or within the mantle cavity are called as organs of pallial complex. Means mantle cavity enclose all the body organs anteriorly, and this is called as the pallial complex or organs of pallial complex. Anteriorly, here you can see this flap covers this much side. Anteriorly, this mantle covers the head region and shows a thick pigmented wall or a thick ridge. It is called as mantle ridge. It is called as mantle ridge. This pallial complex shows all these organs: epithenia, pulmonary sac or lung, osphradium, ctenidium or gill, respiratory organ, aquatic respiratory organ. Then this pulmonary sac or lung, it is the terrestrial respiratory organ. Then the rectum, genital duct, male and female, anterior chamber of kidney, and the penis or hypobranchial gland. These are the all pallial complex organs which encloses within the mantle cavity. First we will see epithenia. Suppose this is the left nuchal lobe, this is the right nuchal lobe which is small, left one which is large. Through this water enters inside and through this it goes outside. These are the modifications of mantle itself. Mantle wall becomes thick, pigmented to the anterior side and encloses a cavity to the head region. Inside this there is a flap-like structure or gap-like structure which is called as the cavity. That cavity is also called as the mantle cavity. At the right side of right nuchal lobe, near the right nuchal lobe, a ridge arises. A skin fold or thick ridge arises. This thick ridge or skin fold runs from right nuchal lobe back up to the end of mantle cavity. Back up to the end of mantle cavity. This is called as epithenia. It is called as epithenia. This is called as epithenia. Due to this epithenia, this mantle cavity divides into two unequal chambers, of which right small chamber, this much side is right side, right small chamber called as branchial chamber. This right small chamber called as branchial chamber because here gill is present. Aquatic gill or ctenidium is present, which is aquatic respiratory organ. Hence it is called as branchial chamber, which is small. And left large pulmonary chamber, here the pulmonary sac is present which opens into mantle cavity through this through this aperture called as pneumostome, and this large chamber into which pulmonary sac or lung is present. This cavity or this chamber is called as pulmonary chamber due to the presence of lung or pulmonary sac. This is the epithenia. Due to this epithenia, the mantle cavity divides into two unequal chambers, right small branchial chamber and left large pulmonary chamber. Then pulmonary sac or lung. Pulmonary sac or lung, just I have told you, due to the presence of this pulmonary sac or lung, air respiration takes place or terrestrial respiration takes place. Through this left nuchal lobe, air enters and it goes into the pulmonary sac through this aperture. Wall of pulmonary sac is creamy white and richly supplied with blood vessels which contains deoxygenated blood. Here, due to the thin and vascular nature of this pulmonary sac, fresh air O2 is absorbed and CO2 from that blood vessels goes outside along with outgoing current of air. Means exchange of O2 and CO2 takes place in this pulmonary sac during the aerial respiration or terrestrial respiration, that is inspiration and expiration takes place and O2 and CO2 is exchanged. This is the pulmonary sac or lung. Then the osphradium. Osphradium is single, situated at the left side near the roof of left nuchal lobe. This is osphradium. Osphradium is single and leaf-like structure having numerous lamellae, small lamellae from the median ridge. It runs on both the sides. It is attached to the roof of mantle wall, and when water enters through left nuchal lobe, this osphradium serves to test the nature of water. This is the main function of Ospedium. Then the ctenidium or gill. This pink color part, ctenidium or gill, is single. It is also called as gill. It is aquatic respiratory organ. We have seen it in respiratory system. This ctenidium having line of attachment, single line of attachment, with the help of which it can attach to the mantle wall, and it shows number of leaflets or lamellae which are triangular. They attach to this single ctenidial axis one end, and another end is free, which is pointed end, which is free. When water enters through this left nuchal lobe, at that time all lamellae bathed, and these lamellae are richly supplied with blood vessels which contains deoxygenated blood. When water enters through this left nuchal lobe, all these lamellae bathed, and due to the thin vascular permeable nature of these lamellae, there is the exchange of O2 and CO2. Means fresh water contains dissolved O2 which enters through this left nuchal lobe, which is dissolved or which is exchanged here in these blood vessels, and CO2 from that blood goes outside through right nuchal lobe along with excess water. This is here there is the aquatic respiration takes place in this way. There is the exchange of O2 and CO2 within this ctenidium, single ctenidium or gill. Then the rectum. On the left side of this ctenidium or gill, this much part, this is tubular part, is called as rectum. It is called as rectum. This rectum is nothing but alimentary canals posterior last part. Here mouth, then the buccal mass, here esophagus, stomach, intestinal coil leads into this rectum, and rectum excrete outside the unwanted part of food or undigested part of food goes outside. Behind the right nuchal lobe, it opens at the base of here with the help of anus. That aperture is called as the anus. This is the rectum. Then the genital duct. Suppose this is the female animal. There is dioecious, the pylage dioecious, that is male and female sexes are separate. If female animal, then at the right side of this rectum there is vagina. If male, then there is vas deferens. Both these ducts opens behind the right nuchal lobe here to discharge their products, whether it may be sperm or egg. These are the genital ducts, that is vagina in female and vas deferens in male. Then the anterior chamber of kidney. Here near the epithenia there is anterior renal chamber which is reddish in color. It is reddish in color and having numerous lamellae on both the surface. They are also called as leaflets. They are also supplied with blood vessels afferent and efferent and helpful to excrete nitrogenous waste from the blood. This is the anterior chamber of kidney. On its left side there is posterior renal chamber, but it is back to this pulmonary sac. Then the penis and hypobranchial gland. At the base of vagina or vas deferens, here near the right nuchal lobe, behind the right nuchal lobe, there is the presence of penis in male, which is prominent. In female, penis is absent, but hypobranchial glands present in both the sexes, and these are the all organs present in the pallial complex. Means within the mantle cavity, all these main body organs present, they are called as the pallial complex. We will see next topic in next video. We'll stop here.